Hi, this is Jim Starkweather with the Kitmaker Network. Yesterday we got in the new Löwe PzKpfw VII from Amusing Hobby. This is a early German prototype for what would become the Tiger II, the King Tiger. The kit number is 35A005. I'm not sure, but I think it might be the first kit we've gotten from Amusing Hobby. A couple things I noticed just from a kind of boxing and marketing standpoint. Their glue is not sticking together, or their tape or whatever they're using. So since a lot of the manufacturers actually watch these videos, I thought I'd pass that along. Of course, if it's shrink wrapped in a store, it's not going to make any difference in the store, but it's just kind of odd when the boxes start coming apart. The kit looks pretty good in terms of presentation. I like the fact that they did the color bits for the manual here, so they've actually outlined some color parts or highlighted some color parts. The manual looks good. It's pretty straightforward, step by step with line illustrations. No language, so it's not an issue in terms of. They do have a little bit in English and Chinese. And markings and some color. It looks like Mr. Color, GSI, Humbrol, Model Master, and Tamiya. Good so far on the manual. Let's take a look at the plastic. Everything's bagged and sealed. We'll go ahead and start opening stuff up. I don't know if anybody who's watching plays World of Tanks, but this is obviously a very popular tank in that game, one of their premium tanks. I'm not sure if that somehow has spurred more interest in this tank. Definitely World of Tanks, being a computer game, is having some influence on the model market. They actually went out to model websites before the game came out and consulted them about accuracy and things like that for some of their 3D tanks. So I've got some interesting sprues here. Let me get these out and then I'll start going over them individually. I've got a loose piece in here, so I'll have to be careful. Interesting sealing on the bags, different than most of the other companies that we deal with, but not in any way bad, just different. Yeah, it's a small little suspension piece, I think. There's the hull. The hull was not wrapped in any kind of plastic. You see some push marks here on the top, but that's obviously not going to be visible. Bottom detail looks nice. Again, I'm not sure how much reference there is on this tank or how many even units were ever operational, if only probably in testing, I would assume. And I don't know a whole bunch about the Löwe, so if you want to get more information on that tank, then definitely do your own homework. The photo etch is got the Amusing logo on it, so it's by them. There's a small rubber piece, another photo etch, again with the Amusing, which I think this is the side anti-slip areas, I'm guessing. Tracks are individual links, 2 bags, and look like a pin or some other type of scenario. Actually, not a pin. That's let me get you a closer look at that in a bit. Okay, so I'll leave some of these in bags and just do them later. I've got to get my camera positioned here, so bear with me for a few seconds. Okay. Get something to focus on. I see it wasn't on autofocus to start with, so hopefully it wasn't too bad for you guys. Well, that is really not coming in there. Check that lighting. funny, you know, it's like, it's dark in here, but this camera is so sensitive that it just kind of overexposes everything unless you go in and manually touch it up, which is really kind of hard. All right, so here's one of the pieces. Obviously, this is just some various hatches, I think, and some housing covers, and you know, overall for a new company, this Amusing looks like they're doing a good job in terms of plastic. I'm not seeing a lot of flash or anything that would really put people off. There's, you know, again, some push pin marks here on this hatch, which probably won't show, and here in the center of these. But overall, some nice detail. Let's take a look at those larger bits. Here's the hull, maybe a little closer up for you guys. You want to see the bottom details. Along the side, they've got. I'm gonna have to refocus for that, but obviously they go in with holes, or everything goes into the hull, so it doesn't. Obviously, easy for attachment purposes. Let's take a look at the. Here's the upper turret detail, or the upper turret, the upper part of the turret. That's what I meant to say. So it's got some nice texturizing there, which is good to see. And then the lower attachment, the rings for the turret. I think this is the lower section, which again is texturized, and the mantlet, which is also texturized. The driver's or commander's cupola here looks nice with pretty good detail there, and I'm sure I'm getting too much light again. Let's take a look at the upper hull, and again, it looks like they've got some nice detail. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but nice detail there around the two front hatches. It's kind of an odd arrangement here in the back. This is a separate piece, which is over here, so obviously that fits into the back. Not sure what necessitated that, but some nice weld. You have to refocus again. My apologies. Anyway, so, you know, you get some weld details on the back there. Again, here's those. I'm assuming that here's the side steps. I'm going to switch it to autofocus. Hopefully it'll do its job eventually. Come on, focus. You can do it. I hate you, camera. Someday I'm going to get a better webcam that either autofocuses better or does something better. All right, so here's the photo etch. Obviously, I think the photo etch is supposed to fit inside there. Maybe give it a little more accurate detail. Maybe they. I'm not sure. I'd have to consult the instructions on that. But obviously, those pieces are related. But it doesn't look like it would fit over it very well. Look at the back side. The back side is just flat, with actually some of the cross hatching showing through there. Here's some back plate there, and again the rear deck area, and another front plate. Yeah, the front plate. Wait, front plate. So the front plate actually fits onto the front. So again, it's missing there. Just kind of fits over this. Interesting way to do it. Okay, so I looked at that one. Here's the road wheels, which interestingly are actually stuck together here. I'm going to see what's keeping them together. I'm not sure what's doing that. I think it's because the road wheels are fitting down into the they're fitting down into the other road wheels, so you have to kind of pry them out of there. All right, so road wheels look pretty good. Again, no flash, no obvious issues. Got some nice detail there with the exhaust, the venting with a kind of a half and half arrangement there. What else? Let's take a closer look at that photo etch, and actually back to this other road wheel set I did not open. So I'd love to hear from you guys who see this as, if you are looking forward to building this kit, if it's a kit that you were kind of excited about. Obviously, we probably announced it in our news section. Maybe people have already commented, but I'd be curious to see what the people who watch the video think. So here's again some kind of suspension pieces, which look like, you know, kind of functional underarm suspension pieces. Got some shells included here. Interesting kind of arrowheady look there. I'm not sure if that's right, accurate. These are three of these pieces. And then we have a, looks like tools and other things in kind of a beige plastic. Various sundry things. Let's give you a closer look at the track pieces. Here's the what I thought were pins, but obviously there's some kind of more interconnector piece, I think. They're kind of flat with some of the track diagonal bits there. So here's the full pieces, or the larger pieces, and which all seem to be the same. Just checking. Yeah. So there's obviously they're reversed. Well, actually no. There's this piece has some raised portions on it, and then these pieces are flat. So I assume they go together, and then maybe the pin piece goes where? I don't know. Let's refer to the manual. I'm curious now. Tracks. So let's see how good the manual is at illustrating how they go together. Ah, here we go. Okay, so the manual shows the tracks like this with a track guide. It looks like. Not sure where that is. I'm looking. No, not seeing that. So, but then fitting in, and then these pieces lay in between them. So they do go over. One goes over the other, and then this piece lays in between them and connects them together. So I hope that gives you a good idea of how they work, because I'm still a little in the dark. Okay, so let me just do the photo etch and decals here, and I think that'll probably wrap this up. Being that we're at 13 minutes already. Where's the time go? So here's the decal sheet, and while you ponder over that, obviously some very standard markings, nothing overly exciting there. Could be some potential aftermarket stuff for this kit, obviously, for various things, decals and so forth. But I'm not really sure how much actual combat, or even if this tank saw any combat beyond just testing. Maybe if you were, if there were any left, or if you were thrown into the war at the end as a stopgap measure. So here's the other piece again, just to give you some kind of close-up detail. This one's got some, obviously, grills and vents, covers, and some hooks, it looks like. Maybe some stowage or some kind of pieces there that they have nice bend marks, which is nice. Okay, so make sure I got everything here. I think so. Although, okay, no, that's. Oh, and the rubber piece, I'm not going to take that out of the bag, but obviously just a little rubber area there. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and again, this kit will hopefully go on to someone for a full inbox review, so if you are interested, please contact James Bella. Have comments and questions, leave them in the comments box, and thanks for watching.